is going on, everybody? It's your boy Matt here, back with another video. Today we have a special guest. We have none other than Floyd Money Mayweather. Um, you know, one of the best defensive boxers of all time, Mr. Undefeated, one of the smartest businessmen in the world, one of the highest grossing athletes in the history of sports. We got Floyd Mayweather. Floyd, thank you for joining us today. My thing is, thank you for having me. Oh, well, of course, Floyd. You're a legend. It's always great to have you. It's an honor. So what have you been up to in your kind of retirement post boxing lifestyle? What have you been getting into? What do you have going on? See, my thing is this. I made all the right choices in boxing. You see, I made smart investments. You see, I had beat so many fighters, so many world champions that that everyone was saying, "Oh, they so great," but to me, they so easy. They so easy. Hard work and dedication. Hard work and dedication. You know, but I'm enjoying life. Money may all day. Oh, that's great to hear, Floyd. Have you been watching any boxing recently? I know you're a busy guy, but have you gotten to watch, maybe Gervonta Davis's last fight against Rowley Romero? What'd you think? See, the funny thing is, everybody was all like, Tank's leaving Mayweather Promotions. He's still a Mayweather Promotions fighter. He's still getting paid for pay-per-view, or should I say, May-per-view. So we're making all the smart moves with Tank. Tank's an incredible fighter. He's a hell of a fighter. My thing is, what we want to do with Tank is that we want Tank to break all my records. It's gonna be hard to do because I've done so much in the sport, but this ain't about me. This is about Tank, and it's gonna be hard to break all my records just because I've accomplished so much in the sport. But we're trying to. It's not about me. It's not about me. It's about Tank. But it's gonna be hard. I have the highest pay-per-view buys in the world. Top 10. Look at all of them. Whose name is there the most often? It's Floyd Mayweather. 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 I was making smart investments. This ain't about me. This night was about Tank. The goal here is to break all of my records. Even though it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be very difficult because I done accomplished everything there is to accomplish in the sport of boxing. But it's not about me. But when you're talking boxing, you're talking Floyd Mayweather, the best ever. Of course, Floyd. Everyone wants to know, like how you manage your time, especially when you're not in the sport of boxing as much. You're still doing your exhibitions, obviously making a lot of money. Kudos to you on that. But everybody wants to kind of get an idea of, how Floyd lives his life, outside of the ring, how he makes all these decisions when it comes to promoting, and how he's so successful at it. Man, I can't be telling you all my secrets, But I'll say, I made a lot of smart investments, made a lot of smart choices with my money, kept all my faculties, but it's just hard work and dedication. Right, Floyd, absolutely hard work and dedication. But what did you think about Rowley? He's obviously another one of he's an in-house fighter. You know him very well. What do you have to kind of say about his performance, and where does he kind of go from here? You see, my thing is this. Rowley, that's his name, right? Rowley is a hell of a fighter. I done known that kid since he was this tall, just about this tall. Since he wasn't even a teenager, he was a kid. What's his name again? Rowley, right? Yeah, Rowley. He's a great kid. I've known him a very long time, but he's a hell of a fighter. What else can I say? He's a hell of a fighter. but that's just part of the sport. Tank did his thing. Um, there are many more fights to be made. He was doing well in the fight. He made it exciting, But he's a hell of a fighter. That kid knows how to sell a pay per view. Not as well as me. I still have the most pay per view sold. You know, some of the highest numbers in the history of boxing. It's money made all day. Steak and potatoes for life. You know what I'm saying? The best ever. TBE, TMT, the money team. Cop your merch. Get yourself a hat. But no, this ain't about me. This is about Gervonta Davis. Breaking all my records. So Floyd, are there any like matchups that you consider like dream matchups? Any great fights that you want to see? Maybe like if you could put two fighters in the ring together and it would sell the most pay per views, which fight would that be? We're just curious. See, we got a lot of fighters. We got Terrence Crawford. We got Earl Spence Jr. You know, the saying it's gonna do this many pay per view buys. They gonna make this much, but you know, I done the most there is to do in boxing. I've done everything there is to accomplish in this sport. I made so many smart investments. As a businessman. You know, uh, but it's not about me. It's about the future of these fighters. There's a lot of fighters. Like I said before, Errol Spence Jr. You know, Terrence Crawford. Um, Gervonta Davis. Hell of a fighters. I can't take nothing away from none of them. Hell of a fighters. It's gonna be hard to break my records, of course, but they're hell of a fighters. Nobody can really do it like me. Uh, but that's just how it is. Money made all day. What? Oh, they want me to talk about Gervonta? Yeah, yeah, Gervonta Tank Davis. He's a hell of a fighter. He only fights on pay per view now, or I should say now, May per view. Uh, but he's a hell of a fighter, and I'm excited to watch him grow. I've seen him grow, known him since he was like this tall, since he was a kid. Since that boy was a kid. But we'll see, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But so Floyd, anything next on the agenda? I know you just had an exhibition. Is there you plan to do another exhibition? Are you stepping away from the exhibitions? What's going on? See, my thing is this. Everybody said, Floyd, you need to retire. But, you know, uh, in the sport of boxing, I go in there, I make 20 million, 30 million, 40 million. I do exhibition in another country, uh, an exhibition. So does it really affect my boxing record? It stays perfect. There's only one thing perfect, and it's my boxing record. Numbers don't lie. Um, so why don't they want to see me uh, in an exhibition where I make 400 million, 500 million, 600 million, 700 million? You know, uh, they just don't. They just don't want to see it. I got a lot of haters, but my thing is this: I'm making the smart choices, and at the end of the day, I'm a businessman. And when you're talking boxing, you're talking Mayweather.